Welcome to Aquarian Diary, where we discuss issues around the emerging age of Aquarius. I'm your host, John Irving. Thank you for joining me. Greetings all. It is November 3rd, 2022. Another topic I have been wanting to discuss here for quite some time, months actually, is that I have this hypothesis that goes like this. It seems to me that the intensity of astrological aspects when they occur are amplified compared to the past. Now, I have experienced this on many occasions. Like sometimes I'm just very busy and I don't check my astrology or transits a lot or regularly. And then I'll feel a shift or something will be highlighted or amplified. And then I'll check my transits. And sure enough, there's something going on that corresponds to whatever was being amplified or that I was experiencing more intensely than normal. Now, this has been the case for me for many years. But what I've noticed is that in the past few years, this seems to be increasingly noticeable or intense. I am so sensitive towards it now that I can actually feel when the moon is shifting through the houses of my astrology chart. It's particularly notable when the moon transits the 12th house. In my case, it takes the moon about a bit less than 2.5 days to transit a house, on average. So these are fairly fast-moving transits. Recently, like about a week ago, for example, I had a particular transit that occurred, and I was extremely productive in a way that is a little bit abnormal for me for a few days. This wasn't a major transit. This was what we would consider a minor transit. But the effects were really noticeable and significant, and I really took advantage of that transit to get a whole bunch of things done. It was striking how powerful or intense it was. Let me try and explain what I think is happening here. We know that the energies here on Earth are lifting, that the vibration is increasing, that the level of consciousness here is raising. To use another metaphor, as a child I spent a lot of time on the ocean, near the shore. And once in a while we would have these days where the water would be crystal clear. You could see to great depths. I'm talking 60 feet, 20 meters kind of thing. You could see the bottom, on a calm, sunny day. And it was really remarkable. Often you could only see 20 or 30 feet because the water was slightly cloudy. And I think that's kind of what's going on here. As the energies are becoming clearer on Earth, we are more sensitive to these subtle vibrational energies that are coming from the planets and planetary configurations. So I had long assumed that that was a function of my own sensitivity, my own consciousness. But over time, I started to wonder if that is happening on a mundane level. And again, when we use the term mundane in astrology, we are referring to how astrological transits affect the entire planet. And so, like I said, I started to wonder if the whole planet is feeling these kinds of transits and aspects more significantly or more intensely than in the past. And as time goes on, I believe that is true. This is another one of those things that, if what I'm saying is accurate, has very significant implications. And if it's also true that the energy here is reaching a higher, finer vibrational level, this theory would make sense. It's like if we think about the metaphor of the ocean, if the energies here are clearer, then we are much more sensitive to energetic influences, even beyond the boundaries of Earth. That would make a lot of sense. So I want to be on the record about that because I think if it's true, it's something that has very profound implications for humanity and for us as individuals going forward. And that this may be a function of the Aquarian age energies as they manifest here on Earth. We will be much more sensitive to stimuli from other sources, not just in our immediate environment, but from the solar system and the whole universe. Fascinating stuff. So in summary, I'm saying that as the vibrational energies here are lifting, we are becoming more sensitive and more affected by astrological influences as well as other cosmic influences of energies that are affecting us and that we are feeling and experiencing here on Earth. Because the energies are less dense here, they are more easily penetrated by subtle forces. And thus we ourselves experience these influences more directly and potently. And that includes you. So that's my hypothesis. I have talked about heightened energetic sensitivity here on Earth before in previous episodes. I talked about it in the Pluto in Aquarius episode, and I also talked about it in another episode titled Timeline Waves, which I published on August 27th of this year. And another episode that might be relevant is the one I did on the timeline split. I'll put links to those in the episode description. And so this definitely fits within that theme. But I haven't talked specifically about how that might play out with astrology. Around October 25th, I had an opportunity to record, so I recorded a whole bunch of stuff. At that time, I have this cold, and I've only just been getting around to processing that audio now, and this is one of those topics. So apologies for my gravelly voice. Thanks for everything. Thanks for your amazing comments. All the best. Take care. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now.